What's going on, guys? Twisted Jenny bringing you again a different video. This video is going to be something that I haven't done in a while, which is a WWE pay-per-view prediction. For wrestling's out there watching this, No Mercy's coming up this Sunday actually, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna do a prediction video. So yeah, let's begin, I guess. I mean, I got really nothing else to say. Really didn't plan out an intro or anything. Plus I have Audacity open, and it's distracting watching the wave things pop up on the screen as I talk. Yeah, ADD life, man. But yeah, here we go. The pre-show match, according to Wikipedia, is going to be Jack Swagger and Baron Corbin. Now, to me, this is a disappointment. Baron Corbin does not deserve the pre-show, nor does Jack Swagger. But, you know, they're on it anyway, so, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. My prediction, I gotta be biased, and I gotta say Baron Corbin. This is because Jack Swagger got the win at No Mercy. Plus, he's been building Baron up as this monster of a dude. So, I'm confident that Baron Corbin's going to get the win. Then moving on to the next match. Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. Now, as a huge Alexa Bliss fan, I want to say Alexa Bliss. But, at the same time, I'm also a huge Becky Lynch fan. So this is really hard for me to choose. This is like these are my two top favorite divas in WWE right now. So you know, it's like choosing chocolate or vanilla because you just love them both. I want to say Alexa Bliss, but overall Becky Lynch because one, you know, like I said, Becky Lynch is one of my top favorites. And two, I'm a fan of lengthy title reigns. If you've watched previous videos, you've probably seen me rant about how the championships in WWE change too often, and it annoys me, honestly. But yeah, as a fan of that, and as a fan of Becky Lynch, I gotta say Becky Lynch to win at No Mercy over Alexa Bliss. Now moving on to the tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We have Heath and Rhino taking on the Usos. Now, I think it's pretty obvious who's going to win this. It's going to be Heath and Rhino. Because if you ask me, the Usos do not need another title run with the tag team titles. Are they a good team? Yes, but do they need the titles? No. Plus, if they give them the titles, it's going to be no different than when they gave Roman the United States Championship. People are going to reject it. They're going to boo it. And overall, it's not benefiting anybody. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts on it. Moving on to the Intercontinental Championship match. We have The Miz taking on Dolph. Now, me and some friends discussed this, I believe it was last night, about if Dolph lost. And to be quite honest, I think he is going to lose. Because 99% of the time, when a WWE superstar, or just in wrestling in general, when somebody says, I'll put my career up on the line if I lose this match. You know, if I lose, I must, you know, retire. 99% of the time, that's them, you know, announcing their last match. Because, you know, in instances like Daniel Bryan, he didn't have that privilege of being, hey, this is my last match. You know, enjoy every second of it. Because this is the last time you're going to see me in the ring. This is Dolph, you know, if you ask me, this is Dolph's way of saying, hey, this is my last match. Enjoy it. Because you're not going to see me wrestle again. Hopefully in WWE at least. But like I said, we were talking about this. And if he does lose, which he very well may, you know, do, We were talking about he may go into, a backstage spot. Maybe he'll be a road agent or, something along, the lines of production. Something like that. Like, Dolph's going to be a backstage guy like Jamie Noble, Finley, Joey Mercury, all of them. He's going to join them. He's going to join them in the back. But, if you ask me, hopefully he doesn't, and we can continue to see him wrestle. Hopefully, like some of like New Japan, Ring of Honor, TNA maybe. But with the rumors of WWE buying TNA, Dolph, like TNA should be like a last choice for Dolph if he were to go back into the indie scene. Because if he does go into TNA and WWE buys out TNA as a whole, well then Dolph is, well, he's screwed because he's already retired from WWE. He can't like come back like, WWE bought TNA, so I guess I'm back in WWE. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. It's like if WWE had bought TNA at the time that Ric Flair was in TNA. Like, if that had happened, Rick would have been screwed because he can't wrestle because he's quote unquote retired from WWE. So yeah. On to the next match. Randy taking on Bray Wyatt. Now, I recently watched a match. I recently watched a video with Adam Blampier from What Culture Wrestling, and he did a how WWE should book Sister Abigail, and I was a big fan of how he did it, how he booked it and everything. Like, I just loved everything about it. How, like, no one was truly Sister Abigail because, Sister Abigail is quote-unquote dead. And how, Alexa Bliss was the quote-unquote vessel of Abigail. At least in the eyes of Bray Wyatt. And, that's, like, what helped him, win his matches and all that. And, like, rise to the top. And I was just, like, a really big fan of that. Especially because it's Alexa Bliss. Like, dude, like, it's my favorite diva as Abigail. But, going off topic, my personal preference to be Sister Abigail, if they were to do, like, an actual Sister Abigail, Mary Dobson, obviously. Oh, Kaylee Ray. Those are my top two. But yeah. So, my prediction for Randy and Bray, if WWE wants to go into the direction of bringing Sister Abigail into WWE, have Bray Wyatt lose, and then that'll give him a reason to, to become unstable and go looking for Sister Abigail and all of that. But if they decide not to, if they decide to give Bray a push, then obviously he's going to beat Randy. And, maybe even go on a winning streak too. But yeah, so that's, thoughts and predictions on that match. Next match is Nikki Bella taking on Carmella. In other words, that's going to be my piss break. If I want to go to the kitchen to make something to eat, that's my time to do it. Because honestly, I have zero interest in this match. Because in my eyes, this match is nothing more than a match that they randomly put together because they realized, oh shit, we don't have enough matches to fill the 2.5 hour time slot. And I say 2.5 because honestly, SmackDown pay-per-views, like, I'm hoping are gonna, continue with the trend of being below 3 hours and, kind of sticking to 2 hours and 30 minutes. I like that, But, maybe they were like, oh shit, we don't have enough matches to fill in the 2.5 hours. We need, one more match. And that basically was the match. Like, let's put Nikki Bella and Carmella. I mean, they have issues anyway. If they want to do that, then just, like, move Jack and Baron over to, the main show and get rid of Nikki and Carmella. I mean, seriously. I'd rather watch Swagger and Corbin than to watch Nikki Bella and Carmella. And it's nothing like the women or anything, sexist. Like I said, I have, 100% interest in Lynch and Bliss. But I just feel like Nikki Bella and Carmella was put together at the last second because they needed, something to fill in the 2.5 hours. And if you ask me, I think a better choice, is to get rid of the pre-show, not the pre-show itself, but the pre-show match, and just move over to the main show, and then just use the pre-show as it's supposed to be used to hype up the actual show, you know. But that's just my thought. Prediction: I could care less. Preferably Carmella, because I don't like any of the Bellas. Plus, you know, Carmella's kind of hot, so that's just, you know, that's just me basing my prediction off of attractiveness. I guess, I don't know. Like I said, zero interest in the match. Don't care who wins. Don't care who loses. I'm probably not even gonna watch the match. I'm probably just gonna use like the 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes. The match is probably gonna get to take a piss break and make something to eat. Moving on to the second to last match, Kurt Hawkins taking on TBD. To be determined. I was gonna like make a joke as if TBD was an actual wrestler, but I'm not that funny or good at making jokes, so I'm just gonna spare myself of the embarrassment. Obviously, Kurt Hawkins is gonna win, unless the to be determined guy is an NXT call up or just somebody pretty big. Hopefully, like this is just like, you know, being optimistic, but maybe Kurt Hawkins' opponent at Backlash will be a I just lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ. Let me cut that out. Yeah. If Kurt Hawkins' opponent is an NXT call-up, then, you know, obviously the NXT call-up has to win. That's a tradition, you know. Even John Cena has to follow by that rule, that NXT call-ups immediately get a push. You know, even people like Tyler Breeze and the Vaudevillains, you know, even they got like a slight push. Like, you know, it might have been like, you know, a Kevin Owens push, but, you know, it was still like, you know, a nudge. Yeah, that's what you call it. Like, it wasn't a push, it was a nudge, you know. So NXT call-ups like at least get a nudge. Problem with that though, which makes me think that it's not going to be an NXT call-up, is that it also follows the tradition of a returning WWE superstar gets a push too. Like again stated, a nudge at the least. So it's like, if it is an NXT call-up challenging Kurt Hawkins at Backlash, who should get the win? The returning veteran or the up-and-coming NXT call-up? But, you know, because I don't know for a fact who Hawkins' opponent is going to be, I'm going to go with Hawkins winning the match until otherwise stated. Like, you know, say they announce it before the pay-per-view who his opponent is going to be. You know, I don't know. We'll see at the pay-per-view. But for now, Hawkins is my prediction. And now, onto the main event. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, and John Cena. And this is a match that I've had a lot of opinions on. Now, if I had made a video about my thoughts and feelings on Backlash, it would be more like a rant, because, well, at the end it would, because overall, the pay-per-view in its entirety was really good. It was way better than Clash of the Champions. But the one thing I disagree with is, well, two things I disagree with. Getting off topic real quick, Kane beating Bray Wyatt, didn't like it, but it followed the storyline, so it's okay. Second thing, AJ Styles beating Dean Ambrose for the championship. Now, again, I said it once, I'll say it again, and I'll say it as many times as I need to until WWE changes this. I need lengthy title reigns. For example, I'm hoping Becky Lynch keeps the title for, like, you know, a good amount of months. I'm hoping Heath and Rhino keep the title for a good amount of months. Well, The Miz, you know, he's, like, close to 200 days, so whether, you know, Dolph wins the title or not, you know, the Miz, like, if The Miz were to lose at No Mercy, it's okay, because he's had his, you know, close to 200 days. But, you know, as for the World Championship, Dean Ambrose only had it for 3 months. That's not long enough. You know, so now it's a thing of I'm conflicted between AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose because I don't want John Cena to win at all because his 16th World Championship means nothing to me. I don't care if he ties Rick or not. Like, if anything, he shouldn't anyway, because that's something that's, you know, been a part of, still not the window. All of that is dead. It's gone. It means nothing. So basically, John Cena winning this match would just be a stab in the chest to Ric Flair. That's just my opinion, though. Like, John Cena needs to stay at 15. But, you know, as for AJ and Dean, top 2 to win this match, AJ and Dean. I want to say AJ because the guy's good in the ring, but at the same time, I'm a big fan of Dean. Dean needs that title or just cannot stand to watch that. Like, you know, I've seen it happen too many times to Dean. You know, he's gonna push, gonna taken away. You know, it's, you know, I just can't stand to watch it. It physically kills me. But yeah. So I really want Dean to win this match, but at the same time, again, it's a thing of I like lengthy title reigns. So at the same time, I want AJ to keep this for a good amount of months before dropping to somebody who deserves it. You know, like say The Miz or Bray Wyatt. God, I was gonna say something, but then it just slipped my mind. Yeah, the whole AJ Styles thing that I've been wrapping my mind around for the past couple weeks. AJ just joined the WWE. He joined back in January, so how many months would that be? Let's just say he's been in the WWE for close to a year now. It's safe to say that he's going to be in the WWE for at least 5 before he hangs up his boots. He has 5 years to win that title. Like, there's no need to rush it and like immediately give him the title. So my problem with that is the problem with that is kind of building AJ Styles up at the expense of Dean Ambrose. Like, Dean Ambrose is gonna be in the WWE for another 10 to 15 years, guaranteed. While AJ Styles is gonna be the, you know, for another 5. So while it's true that, you know, like Dean has more time to, you know, to hold the title, so does AJ. And you're just gonna cut Dean's reign short just to give it to AJ when, you know, he can win it next year or the year after that. So, like I said, like that's just the one thing that bothers me. But yeah, that's my thoughts and predictions on the pay-per-view. I might do a review after it, you know, after Sunday. I might not. I don't know. Depends. But yeah, guys, that's been my video on the No Mercy pay-per-view. Thoughts and predictions. You can leave your, you know, thoughts and predictions of your own down in the comments below. Or comment on Reddit, because I'll probably upload this video to Reddit as well. Yeah, guys. It's been Twisted Jenny, so until then.